Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. We're reviewing the second Test match, day one between England and New Zealand at Trent Bridge, and in the end, it was New Zealand's day. It was green wicket when we saw the pitch report there, and England won the toss, elected to bowl. New Zealand would have done the same thing. And remember, Kane Williamson tested positive for COVID yesterday, so that was a surprise for New Zealand, and they had to quickly make the adjustment. They did that. Latham was leading the side, and it looked like a good toss to win, but the pitch was a bit deceptive because it was a good pitch to bat on. Of course, there was something there for the bowlers, but not as much swing and seam as expected, and that allowed the New Zealand openers Will Young and Latham to really get that momentum going at the start, get them off to a positive start, 50-run partnership. And it wasn't until they were 82, 83 where the wickets fell. But yeah, I think a very good batting by them. They batted sensibly, responsibility, and there was not much trouble. Yes, the odd ball was swinging. They got beaten a few times, but that first session, New Zealand did dominate. But England came back in the second session was England's session. That's where they picked up the wickets. Anderson and Stokes both were brilliant, especially Stokes, the way he was bowling, outstanding. He was expensive in his first 5-6 overs, but he came back and he picked up the wickets. The ball, particularly to Nichols, was really good. Even to Will Young, he broke the partnership, and Anderson, that man is just outstanding. 38, 39 years old, still line and length. There's no loose ball. Nasser Hussain said it on commentary as well that he hasn't seen Anderson bowl a loose ball because of tiredness, fatigue, or just old age. Nothing like that. He's just so fit. It was good bowling from him as well. But I think where England lost momentum is when they dropped the catch. I think it was of Mitchell or Blundell. I think it was Mitchell, and that gave New Zealand back the initiative. And after that, New Zealand batted beautifully. But yeah, after the openers got out, Conway and Nichols did steady the ship a bit. They both scored. It was Conway 46 and Nichols 30. It looked like they were building a good partnership. Again, the wickets fell, but and you also saw the ball started to move in the 30th, 40th over, and that's the speciality with the Duke's ball. It does tend to move a bit late on, and that's why you can never be in as a batsman, and you have to make the most of it when you're there. And that's what they both did. I think they both scored at a good strike rates. Conway was striking at 74, and Nichols at 57. They made sure they didn't consume too many deliveries, and they kept the scorecard ticking. And yeah, when Mitchell and Blundell came in, Blundell initially was consuming the dot balls. He was playing a bit more carefully, working the single, whereas Mitchell was taking a few more risks, finding the boundaries as well. And that's where he edged one of Stokes. But Root dropped a sitter. I think even, what's his name? Was it from England? It was in the slips. Let me just get, yeah, Zach Crawley. He also dropped a catch, and there was another catch between him and Bairstow towards the end of the day where they both left it. And yeah, England's slip fielding was poor today, and it's funny because the last test they were outstanding. There was a whole analysis that Nasser Hussain did on their slip fielding and how good it was, but yeah, today it wasn't to be. Their fielding was pretty off, especially their slip fielding. Even the no balls they were bowling, a bit of indiscipline there from England. But New Zealand will be very happy. Blundell and Mitchell, the way they're complementing each other is outstanding. Mitchell takes those risks. He played some fabulous shots. Blundell as well. When needed, he hits. And his strike rate is not too far from Mitchell either. So yeah, it's very smart batting by both of them. Not too many demons in this pitch. They did give chances, but England didn't grab them. So now they're making the most of it. If New Zealand get to 450 plus, this game is theirs to lose. It could be a draw, but I think they'll take an England win out of the equation if they do get 450 plus. But it's still 318 for 4. We've seen collapses already in this series, so New Zealand will make sure that they want to try to get as close to 400 as possible, and then put the pressure on England with the ball. I think day 2 will be the best day to bat. The sun is shining all 5 days, I think, and tomorrow will be the best day to bat. So I think these two who are set will look to get their hundreds, and then even the lower order need to contribute as much as possible. Try to bat till tea or even after tea, just so you make use of the conditions, and then get those England batsmen wary a bit in the field for a bit longer, and so when they come on, they feel the pressure. I think that's what New Zealand will have to do. But again, I think with the early morning, England will get some seam, will get some swing. That's where New Zealand have to be a bit careful, and then they can start capitalizing because the pitch will be good to bat on, I feel, tomorrow. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up today's summary. New Zealand dominating. It's been another fabulous 100-run partnership between Blundell and Mitchell. They've been outstanding together, and under pressure. No Williamson, but still these guys are managing to pile on the runs, and that's the beauty of the New Zealand cricket team. They don't rely on one player. As a team, someone or the other puts their hand up. They don't take too much pressure, and they play intelligent cricket. They don't go over the top. It's not anything lavish. It's very simple cricket, but it's very effective cricket, and that's exactly what they did today. Yes, Mitchell did hit a few shots, but before that, the way they were rotating the singles, the way they were only hitting the balls in their zone, that was very smart cricket. And then after that, they capitalized. And towards the end of the day, you could see the England bowlers getting tired, and New Zealand, both those batsmen started scoring the runs a bit more freely as well. So yeah. Autoplay for on day two, England, their strategy will be trying to get as many wickets as possible, get them under 360, 370, and then they have the batting as well. So they want to get as many overs as possible tomorrow to bat on, because it'll be a good day to bat on, and much will be depend on Alex Lees and Zach Hurley how they start. Pope hasn't been in great form, but he'll look to score some runs, and then Root and Stokes and Bairstow, that's your cream of the batting. You'll depend on them. So yeah, let's see how it goes tomorrow. First, England's objective is to get New Zealand all out. New Zealand's objective is probably to get to 400 and then take it from there. So yeah, all to play for. Let's see how it goes. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Take care.